Okay, so this is my webcam post for week 1 regarding the canon of American literature. So in American literature, a canon refers to a collection of published works that scholars consider to be the most influential in the country's culture. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of this is that it's subjective, because these are works that scholars consider to be the most influential in the country's culture, correct? So, although these are great works and are widely accepted as such, it's hard to say that these are specific works or that these specific works are the most influential to the country's culture. And on top of that, which culture are we specifically referring to? Because there are many cultures within America and many subcultures. So you've got business culture, political culture, pop culture, and so on and so forth. So it's really hard to pinpoint exactly which culture these books are impacting or which culture you're looking at. Because there have been books that have impacted politics for years and they wouldn't be considered or they wouldn't be in the collection of the canon of American literature, if that makes sense. And on top of that, the culture of America itself is constantly changing. History is always being made, new trends for what is socially acceptable and what is taboo is always set in place. And things are always in motion and things are always changing constantly. So, yeah, it's really hard to choose which books or which writings can depict all of that, if that makes sense. And maybe I'm going way over my head, but essentially what I'm getting at is that the canon of American literature isn't as diverse because it doesn't cover all the change that is going on in the American culture. But yet again, it's not like I expect it to cover every detail because then no work would stand out. But I think it does need to change. That doesn't mean removing anything that's considered or in the collection of the canon of American literature. But I think that works can definitely be added just to show that change is occurring and that there are things that influence the culture all the time.